welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. Rodrigo is here.
Hello.
Alex is here.
I am here.
Brian is here.
Hello.
And Rob is here.
Bonjour.
And as far as our players go, they're outstanding in their field, Rodrigo.
Yeah. That is where we left it last time.
On Critical Hit.
But that is not where we're picking it up.
What? Oh, man.
Okay.
Our heroes, Bandwidth, Tucson, Chameleon, Dr. Beast, in fact, still out, find themselves in an office. It's a large, nice office. They are seated in, it's one of those offices that has like a desk area and then kind of like a couch, like a little meeting area. So there's like a coffee table with some chairs around it. Our heroes are sitting in chairs, watching someone pace back and forth. This person pacing back and forth, you guys know as Ingrid. Ingrid Lin-Jan is the should have probably asked ahead of time. Is the primary union liaison with your little squadron. If you'll recall, she's a slender woman with dark skin, dark hair, which she usually wears up in like a bun kind of a thing. And she has these shimmering scales around her eyes, like basically from her eyebrow to like making an arc to her cheekbone, making like kind of a C-shaped patch. And they like they're greenish and they catch the light and shimmer somewhat as she moves around. She's pacing back and forth. Seems to be looking for what to say. Then finally turns to you, the aforementioned player characters, and says, I know you cleared it, and not soldiers. Don't have to do the things that we tell you. We're not going to give you orders to not leave or to not take care of the business that you have to take care of. But you have to understand that you are our most valuable resource. And undertaking sudden, very dangerous missions with little preparation is something that makes me very worried about the future of this organization. We already, in a sense, lost one pilot, although hopefully he'll be back soon. Do you understand what my concern is?
Yes, ma'am.
That said, while you were out, we got some information in. So we are going to have a mission briefing here in about maybe 20 hours. So what I need you to do is get cleared by Dr. Mondragon, get some rest, and then we'll go from there, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Roger.
All right. Dismissed, I guess. Again, not soldiers. Just kind of walks over to her desk and picks up some paperwork.
All right, I guess I'll go check in with the doc.
Chameleon goes to the clinic. Sav tells you that the doctor is in, lets you through. There's a doctor.
Hello, doctor. Supposed to get checked out by you?
Hop on the chair here.
Okay.
What do you call those? Like a bed? Like a table?
Yeah, the table.
Table. Hop on the table.
Hop.
Okay. She checks you out. You were not injured in the last... Well, I mean, you were not seriously injured in the last mission. You definitely have some bumps and bruises, which she points out. And says, you should be good to go. How's the implant?
It seems to be okay. I'm still getting used to. Yeah, I'm still getting used to it a little bit. When things fly up that says, things like something protected by firewall. It gets a little scary, but I guess bandwidth is kind of helping me get used to it.
Well, good. Well, I heard you have a mission coming up, so you should try and get some rest.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Who goes to see the doctor next?
I will.
Okay. Dr. Bees is led into the clinic. Hello?
Hey, Doc, supposed to get checked up, and I did take a shot to my knee.
Yeah, let me see it. Oh, she looks at it and says, well, the good news is it only nicked the bone. So I did say that I wasn't going to let you guys just get messed up and then patch you up and fully pump you full of drugs and send you back into battle. But looks like you did a pretty good job of patching yourself up. So I'm just gonna suture this, obviously disinfect it, suture it, and then we're gonna put a brace on it. And you're gonna wear that brace until sometime next week, which is going to reduce your ability to move. So you're gonna need to calibrate your mech, however you do it. I don't know if you use pedals or whatever, but it might affect something like that.
Good to know.
And yeah, don't do that.
Wasn't on me.
She'll pick up a spray disinfectant kind of a thing and spray your knee. They're like, oh, it wasn't on you. You didn't decide to go on a dangerous mission to get a thing you wanted to get.
I meant more in the moment.
Look, I know you flyboys are gonna go on dangerous missions. I'm just saying, be careful. And she takes an auto injector and puts some stuff in your leg, which immediately makes you feel kind of lightheaded. Just all right, don't move. I gotta get in here. And then your leg goes numb very quickly, and she just kind of does a quick operation on it. Sutures it up. At this point, a brace is printed. She does have a printer in here now. Not a printer like the ones they use for your mechs, but literally a medical printer. Gets a brace, puts it on your leg, and says, okay, actually, let me print you a chair. And after a few minutes, she prints out a wheelchair. So just stay on it until tomorrow, and then you should be able to walk on it.
All right. I think I can manage that.
I'll once I check the stores, I'll send you some painkillers as well.
Appreciated.
Yep. All right, get out.
Wheel myself out.
Okay. Who's next?
I can go.
Okay. You were also not shot last session, right?
Nope.
Right. Yep. She checks you out and says, "How you been feeling?"
Not too bad. Been just kind of busy recently, but
Yeah.
I think I've been.
You were out in whatever that thing was for a few weeks. Any residual issues?
Not that I've been able to tell. It didn't seem, that long a time frame from my point of view, which, have some experience in relative time differentials, so it's,
Yes. From a medical point of view, lost time is very dangerous, but I think that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, not that I think. I don't know if there's any loss of consciousness as far as I'm aware, just alternate state.
A literal change in time.
Yes.
Now, I have read some of the papers on this sort of thing, but of course it's all completely academic still. We don't know enough about actual fluctuations in space-time to determine how they affect people. Some accidents have caused real serious problems, and sometimes, someone shows up 100 years after they left and no time has passed for them. So luckily it wasn't that severe with you.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're doing good. Keep looking out for these guys. I think you're doing a good job representing the Union.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'll do my best to, try to make sure everyone keeps coming back from these missions.
Great. Okay, now get out.
All right, thank you.
Do we only have Tucson left?
Yeah.
Okay. Tucson comes by to see the doctor.
Reluctantly.
Okay. Well, Absab is there. You can try to like chit chat Absab for a bit.
Yep.
Hello, Tucson.
Hello, Abzab.
Would you like to see the doctor?
She's probably pretty busy. Maybe I'll come back again later.
I will ask her.
Wait.
Get in here.
Yes, ma'am. Pops up on the table.
Yep. Like, all right, well, let me see the wound. I know there's a wound.
He pulls down like one side of his shirt, unbuttons a couple buttons to get there.
Well, let me see here. And she looks at it with a light, and then she gets like a little probe. And yep, she looks at it and is like, well, you're lucky it went in at an angle that didn't actually damage anything except the muscle tissue, which is important, but it grows back. It didn't nick any arteries, and it didn't hit the bone, which it might have shattered from what I can see.
Yeah.
Well, I need to get in here and clean it out. Looks like, so Dr. Beats treated this.
Yeah, in the field.
He did a good job, but I just want to make sure because field conditions are
Not
the way
always the
they'd be.
best.
All right. She shows you a little auto injector gun, and then like clips you in the chest, and then another one in the shoulder. And she like pulls up the back of the table so that you can sit with your back rested against it. And then she gets a little kind of like hand laparoscopic probe guy, and she like connects it to something in the back of her neck, and then basically goes in, and your shoulder and chest and neck and arm get numb pretty fast. But it's weird because you can still feel it, like it kind of like moves around and tugs on things that are farther down the chain that still have some amount of feeling. It doesn't hurt.
Tucson is definitely giving some side eye while she's doing this.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long. She pulls all that stuff out. So it's all right. Well, this should do it. And she basically get this metal tube out, and then pokes it into the wound and hits a button, and it goes like it's whipped cream. And there's like this foam in there now. She takes a little set of needle and thread with like little pincers, and she sews up the wound. It's a big patch on it, wraps it real good against your chest, and says, I'm going to print you out a brace. No moving. Don't touch that brace for the next week. Okay? If you need to change something up in your mech to facilitate that, you need to do that. Okay? Don't stop wearing the brace.
Well, yeah, of course.
She prints it out, puts it on, tightens it. You're still pretty numb. It basically just goes like over your shoulder. It's like a kind of like a pauldron.
Okay.
But it goes like around your arm. It has kind of like a hard piece that comes down, and then a cinch around your arm to hold it in place, and then one around your chest, and then another one sort of around the shoulder. So once she has that all set up, she looks at it, says, all right, I'll get you some painkillers, but you need to be careful. Okay.
I'll be as careful as I can.
That's not careful enough.
Yeah.
You need to be careful as you can got you here. You need to be more careful.
There's always a price to pay. I'll try not to pay it as long as I can. But some things have to be done.
Yeah. All right, get out of here.
Head up and then move out.
What do you guys do after you see the doctor?
I'm curious what this computer is that we spend all our time and getting yelled at does.
Who had the computer?
Almost certainly Dr. B's at that point, right?
Okay.
I think so.
Well, you probably have to like put it down somewhere. So did you take it to engineering for them to start poking at it, or are you like hoarding it like a dragon?
I'll give it over to engineering.
So after Dr. B's gets cleared, Chameleon has already been cleared. So the two of you can be near engineering around the same time. Is anybody else like super curious to immediately get on top of the computer? I'll take that as a no. All right. So when you guys get there, engineering has it set up with like a bunch of I don't know, like little, what do you call those things? They're like the little things on jumper cables, like the
The
ends
little
of it.
pinchers, the alligator clips.
Yeah, like a bunch of clips all over it because it's like damaged. So they're like monitoring the like power flow through it because they don't want to like burn it up. But when you get there, Kimber and Chio are looking at the computer. They each have like a different monitor that they're looking at. When you come in, they just kind of look in your general direction. The classic engineering, like tell me what you need so I can get back to what I'm doing kind of look.
I'm here to find out what we've found out so far.
Oh, okay. What about you, Chameleon? Did
Yeah,
you
I'm
get
just
the
curious
chair?
what this is. Did I do what?
Did you get the chair yet?
No.
Here, come here. This is Chio. She leads you around the way, and there in engineering is a really, really nice leather like pilot's chair.
Ooh, I know what this is. Very cool.
There
Hey,
is
this is neat.
there's a handwritten note attached to it.
I open it up and read it.
Okay. It says, "Dear Chameleon, you are a model customer, and I deeply apologize that we could not get this to you in time for your previous mission. Please accept my apologies. Here's your patent leather chair." Is it patent leather? Here's your leather chair. It is fully customizable and hopefully will make piloting your metal mark that much more comfortable. Sign, Rand McTavish.
Nice. Has Sood seen this?
No, we just got it in.
Cool. I bet he would be very interested in this. And if we can we get it installed in my mech right away?
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Thank you.
And that's not that didn't sound like a dismissive. We'll get to it when we get to it. It's like, yeah, we're about to start looking at the mechs because there's like a mission coming up, right? So okay. Let's see, Dr. B's. Have a seat. And Chameleon can stick around as well.
See what's going on.
So here's what we found so far, and it's just like she points to a monitor, and it's just like a ton of code, right? This computer was basically translating commands into basically just pure electrical impulses, but we haven't figured out exactly what the sort of key to it is, like to figure out how one goes about programming the Snorplek. So we're still trying to figure that out. But the code is here. It just needs to be sorted.
Helpful then.
Yeah, I mean, She gets a tablet, taps a couple things on it, hands it to you. I mean, feel free to look at it.
Scroll through it.
Yeah, it's like super dense code, and it's like somebody, right? It's like somebody improvised some weird code to be able to do something with the Snorplex, but because of that, all of the code is wonky because it has to like allow that. So they haven't figured out what exactly the sort of initial process is because there's so much code to facilitate it surrounding it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all like, again, just very improvised, very confusing. I think even in like small projects, sometimes looking at some like code is very personal. Looking at somebody's code, you're like, why would anybody ever do it? But like, it makes sense to that person.
Yeah. The signatures,
Yeah.
essentially.
So, it's just going to take a while, but, it's going to take a while, but having another set of eyes on it would be great.
Yeah, I will start digging. Start trying to
Chameleon, do
figure
you
this
want to
out.
look at it?
I'm not a programmer, so this means nothing to me. I was just hoping this would have a bunch of answers that we could use right away, but I guess not. So I'll leave it up to you guys to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
I go back to my leather chair and sit in it.
Yeah.
Get all comfy, hearing all the crinkle of the leather, the new leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has like an underlying like kind of skeleton that is very adjustable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, lumbar support.
Yeah. So yeah, you can adjust it manually, but you're pretty sure that when it is plugged into the mech and you're plugged into the mech, you should be able to adjust it just with a thought.
Nice. Yeah, very cool. I will dash off a thank you letter.
Okay. When you leave, Kimber says, Kimber says, hey, tell Bandwidth to come by.
Okay, sure. And I'll go find Bandwidth and tell him that Kimber is looking for him.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah. I'll go see what she needs.
Okay. When you get there, she hands you a tablet and says, hey, we got this request through like kind of heavy channels, so you might want to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Check it out.
Yep. So like very much the first thing you see is like all of the like encrypting and bona fides of this transmission. And then it's basically a formal request to Union Scientific and to New Division to be put on this program as a co-pilot to a like pilot designate, which I think it would say, pilot designate MLT02.
All right.
You know what this is?
Now, what is this?
That's an official request. Sounds like somebody heard about you and wants to join you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not an expert on SSC, but if I had to guess, it sounds like an Athena unit.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, Abzav?
Hello.
Hey, how'd you feel about having another NHP around?
I think that would be great for my development.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, if looks like I got a request for one to join me as a co-pilot. So yeah, I think I might put in that response back. See, yeah, about getting them transferred over.
Sounds great. Let me know if I can help.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I'll let you know if there's anything we need.
Something is in the pipes. Just so you know, see here, you are free to say yes, but she already kind of went over your head. So
Okay.
I think you're getting this co-pilot, even if you didn't want to.
All right.
Let's see. What does Tucson do anything after the doctor's appointment?
Uh, well, he's never tried to fly a mech one-handed before. So I guess he's like, if there's a simulator on
Yeah.
the moon, he'd pop in that and see what he can do with just his other arm. But this just seems like a bad idea in general.
Well, the brace doesn't completely like immobilize your arm. Basically, it just immobilizes you from like the elbow up. So
Yeah, but it probably
presumably,
also prevents like rotation at the shoulder joint.
yeah.
And so I don't know, maybe he can
So
take part of the like console and move it to a position where he can reach it with
yeah,
his other arm.
which you can. You can also, you know, avail like more like pedal work, or you can change the macro so that instead of like basically having like like levers and buttons or whatever, you like try to miniaturize it down to like a kind of like a video game controller size thing that you can move with like your thumb and your fingers.
Yeah, I'll
So
be playing around with that idea.
yeah, yeah. So there's lots of ways around it. Well, some time passes, and then it is time for the mission briefing. Who gets there early?
I'll get in there first.
You get there early. Only Absab is in the room. He seems to be running some sort of calculation, also setting up like screens and stuff, or people to point to. Like basically, he's like gearing up the PowerPoint presentation.
Abzab.
Hello, Dr. Bees. How are you?
Doing better. We'll see what this mission brings us.
That is good to hear. Ingrid and Red Iron come in. They sort of nod, greet you, acknowledge you, and then kind of get loading up stuff. Who gets there next?
Chameleon does.
Okay.
Hey, everyone.
Dr. Bees.
Hey, Dr. Bees. Did you figure
Chameleon.
anything out with that computer?
Nothing yet. The code is as esoteric as it comes.
Okay. Well, keep working on it.
At this point, Sood and Nell come into the meeting room. You'll recall Sood's kind of a dark-skinned guy, kind of unusually handsome for a boffin. Nell is the youngest engineer, and she has like a pair of like little horns because she's a Bauk. They, kind of wave as they come in. Who comes in next?
Just Tucson will.
Okay.
He comes in, his arms in his brace, but he also looks like he's sweating a little bit.
Okay.
And kind of sits gingerly. Hello, fellas.
Hey, man, are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Come from a workout?
No, I've actually been messing around with the simulators, trying to reorient things so I can reach him, and he like waves with his other arm that's in the brace.
Fair.
Yeah, it'll take some getting used to.
Captain Buckendorf will come in, followed by Bisk. Bisk will say, hello, everyone. He's like, oh, hey, Bisk. Then, presumably, Bandwidth.
Yeah, Bandwidth will show up at this point.
Once Bandwidth is there, Red Iron looks at Ingrid, looks at Abzab's projection, and then kind of like gets some nods or spins around whatever Abzab is doing. like a little globule. He says, "All right, let's get started. So, you gentlemen were out advancing our cause. We have been doing some work to try to see if we could figure out what's going on with the makeshift mechs here on the moon. Some like slides come up on the monitors. Hey, look, there's those obnoxious makeshift, like bright, like garishly colored mechs. We've been monitoring their movements. Also, we've been monitoring the few times when you all have left the compound. I think mostly we've gotten a lot of information from Tucson, who's the main one that has been out or outside when they've been active. But we've been tracking their movements, and we've been processing the information that we have of their tactics when you first fought them. And we believe that somewhere here on Ingrata, there is a complex computing facility that is sending instructions through relays. We've found many of the relays, but destroying the relays one by one would take too much time. And unfortunately, if there's one thing that these mechs seem to be good at is building things, so they would likely be able to construct new relays faster than we could take them down, since we'd have to find them first. Anyway, this facility should have a lot of the central programming for them, and a lot of the tactical decisions must be made through there. We believe, and he kind of motions at Absab and Bisk. We believe Absab must have set it up while he was cascading. He does not seem to remember any of that. We've tried to figure it out, but he doesn't know. So for this mission, you would have to find the computing facility and neutralize it. You should expect heavy resistance. Any questions?
Happen to be any pipes nearby this facility?
I'm sure there are plenty of pipes.
That was just a thought.
What else?
When do we head out?
Yeah.
Yes, good question. Captain Buckendorf, when can you have the shuttle ready? He says, it's basically ready, unless the only thing we need to account for is if there's going to be any changes to the mechs, then we need to do the weights again, but it's basically ready to go. Could be ready to go in 2 hours. He turns to the engineers, or Red Iron turns to the engineers. How long until the mechs are ready to go? They say, well, we've got some new licenses in and some stuff to install, so maybe 8 hours. He says, all right, let's take 10 hours. And we will be, you'll be up in the air. This time, you don't even need to break the atmosphere. Yes, okay, all right. Begin Operation Decisive Strike. Dismissed.
We all scramble. Go, go, go.
You guys want to talk to anybody before you get into leveling up and building your mechs?
I don't think I need to talk to anybody.
Okay.
I couldn't think of.
Who wants to go first?
I might as well.
As you open him, there at the top right, you should be able to click the level up button.
All right. And level up to level 3.
Okay.
Let's see. I will continue.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to add or improve a skill trigger.
Yep.
Let's see. What was the one?
What was the one thing that you wanted to do last time that you didn't have a trigger for?
Yeah.
I wrote mine at the top of my
I
notes
didn't.
just because I didn't want to forget.
All right, so some of the triggers are apply fist to faces, assault,
Yeah.
blow something up, survive, take control, threaten, act unseen or unheard, which you're already very good at, get somewhere quickly, show off, stay cool, take someone out, hacker fix, invent or create, investigate, patch, read a situation, spot, charm, get a hold of something, lead or inspire, pull rank, and word on the street. Plus, we can make up new triggers too if there's something that is particular to your character that isn't in this list. Like, for example, Bandwidth has like a bureaucracy trigger
Mm-hmm.
just because he's used to dealing with union bureaucracy.
Yeah, so I only get one of these, right? Even though there's like 4 different categories.
You only get one, which is going to give you 2 points in that.
Okay. I'm thinking blow something up.
Okay.
Is
makes
what I'm going to
sense.
do.
All right. Blow something up, it is.
Yep. Okay. So now we are into add or upgrade to talents.
All right.
Acrobatics is locked for me, so I can't do that.
Well, you can click to unlock it, but
I'm
hang on a second
not
with
gonna do
talents.
acrobatics.
We'll do a guided tour through them.
Oh, okay.
So your talents right now are Grease Monkey up to 3, Demolitionist 1, Infiltrator 1. In your super future projection document, you have those plus all of Nuclear Cavalier and the second point of Demolitionist.
All right. Well, I don't have Nuclear Cavalier unlocked yet.
But you can unlock the first one here.
Nuclear Cavalier is really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to unlock is that one with aggressive heat bleed. First attack roll you make on your turn while in the danger zone deals +2 heat on a hit. Is that +2 heat on them?
Yep.
All right. That's what I'm unlocking.
Okay. All right. Let's continue. All right.
All right. Mech skills.
I would, because the metal mark is already pretty fast, I don't think you need to worry about agility. I think that your main concern right now is heat capacity.
Yep.
So I would urge you to put a third point into engineering.
Yep, I will do that. So I have 3 points in engineering and I have 2 points in hull. 0 in agility and systems.
All right. Okay. That is going to take you to your next.
Unlock a license. Ooh.
That's right. So I don't believe we want to take the third point of metal mark. We actually want to start moving you into Harrison Armory licenses, which are also going to help with your heat management.
Okay. Man, SSC is going to be mad.
Yeah, well, they know what's up. Plus, you're using
just give me a fancy leather chair, and now I'm just going to say, I'm going to go with.
See, the thing is like you're using their chassis, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
They can be like, as you can see, SSC chassis improve any systems from any manufacturers.
All right. Am I looking at a?
So yeah. So a big option here is the Gilgamesh, which is going to make you more survivable with that emergency repair module. Another option is the Sunzi, which is going to give you blink charges. So right now, you've just been using the regular grenades.
Yeah.
But blink charges are going to allow you to basically teleport things, potentially to line them up for your hits.
Okay.
To try to line something like 2 enemies or 3 enemies up, so you can hit them with the thermal lance. So I would say those are your 2 main options right now.
What is the? So I'm looking at the Gilgamesh. With my rank 1, I get a Legionnaire battle rifle. What is that? Oh, I guess I can click on it and just read it.
Yeah, the Legionnaire battle rifle,
1d6 plus 3 kinetic damage.
Yeah, so the Legionnaire battle rifle competes with your thermal lance for a spot. So it's probably not something that you want, since we're gearing you up so much for the thermal lance.
Yeah.
But the other thing you get, the emergency repair module, it's just a single system point, and it basically allows you, it improves your ability to brace.
Oh, okay.
And with the metal mark, you already have another system that cares about bracing, so it makes it so that basically when you brace, you are giving up a lot of functionality on the next turn. By introducing a little bit more value to bracing, then it's not as big of a loss on the next turn.
Yeah, so myself or an adjacent ally braces, I can expend a charge and spend 1 repair to restore that character's HP to full immediately after they take damage from the triggering attack. So essentially wipes that attack out and restores them to full health.
Yeah, at the cost of having braced.
Yeah. If they took structure damage, they roll 1 less die on the structure damage check, resulting in no effect. That one's not too bad, but the Sun Z has the blink charges, which are pretty cool, and accelerate, right? So that lets
accelerate
you faster.
Yeah, accelerate accelerate allows you to lay down. It like basically allows you to lay down like
what those dorks were doing?
No, like you lay down like in cartoons where there's like always a factory with like a line.
Oh yeah.
What do you call it? Like a belt going down? I forget, like an assembly line. So it basically allows you to lay down like a moving walkway, and then if your allies step on it, it like shoots them forward, or if you step on it, it shoots you forward. So that's like a big mobility aid. Now, here's the thing. Because the Metal Mark is like a frontline combat mech, like it's definitely an attack mech.
Yeah.
That means that you won't always have a ton of points to spend on stuff like this. So don't get too enamored of all of like every system, because you're always going to have to do some calculus, which you can always do at the beginning of a mission and be like, well, this time I want to take this instead or try this out. But, having 2 systems does give you that option.
I think because I'm trying to be demolition and long range, the blink charges seem like a better deal than the emergency repair module.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Anyone disagree?
Peanut gallery. Okay.
All right. Good. I guess I'm going with the Sun Z.
All right.
Add core bonus.
That's right. You are now level 3. Every 3 levels, you are entitled to a core bonus. Now, as we pointed out, you are switching companies sort of midstream, which means you're not going to qualify yet for either Harrison Armory or Smith Shimano. But you always qualify for the GMS, the General Massive System core bonuses, which puts you at probably the best core bonus for your weapon, which is auto-stabilizing hard points. So you choose one mount.
Weapons attached to this mount gain +1 accuracy.
Right, and that's with every attack. Now, there is a damage core bonus, which is overpower caliber, but that only applies once per round, and because it's bonus damage, it gets halved in area of effect stuff. So it's a little bit, it like gives you a little bit of extra damage, but it's not quite as good as the potential of, always hitting. And the more accurate you are, the more likely you are to crit. So that helps too.
Yeah, I think I will go with the +1 accuracy.
Okay. Auto-stabilizing hard points.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the others. They're super heavy mounting.
That literally doesn't do anything because you already have a heavy weapon.
So if I went with integrated weapon, that would give me 1 extra auxiliary weapon that can be fired once per round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so once per round.
That would give me like,
it gives you like
weapons to fire. So
it gives you like a little pistol, right? Like you can equip anything.
Yeah, but that's
but let's say that you equip like it has to be an auxiliary weapon, right? So a small weapon.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be up close. You can there's an auxiliary nexus, right? And that has pretty long range. So you could have that, and then once per turn when you fire your lance, you could also fire that. Just have to remember to do it.
Yeah. I think I want the accuracy. I'd rather hit than miss.
Yeah, I think that is a little stronger, especially because you are already making multiple attacks with the
Yeah.
lance, just because
Yeah.
it's a different attack on each enemy.
All right.
But that is
So I
something
went
that
with
you
that.
can think about and pick up later.
I think I might pick that up later because that's actually kind of good. Because if I could,
Yeah, absolutely.
could I use that to launch bombs?
No, bombs are systems, so they're not weapons.
Oh, okay.
It's basically it's for zapping or stabbing if you wanted to put a melee weapon in there, but
Yeah.
that's
all
not
right,
going to help
cool.
you very much. Okay.
All right, cool. And
Okay.
then update pilot
right.
record.
Yep. So then go to the mech hangar.
Yep.
Go to your metal mart. Go ahead and scroll down to your weapons, and there, where it has your heavy mount with your thermal lance, there should be a
Yep.
little thing above it that says core bonus available.
Yes.
So go ahead and
I'm
click
going
on
to
that and
install
select.
that.
Yep.
Cool. Hey,
And now there it is.
This looked pretty nice when they got this thing up and running correctly.
Yeah.
This thing is pretty sweet.
I think the last game we played that we used CompCon, they had just put out the new version. So now, like daily, they're like fixing bugs and everything else. So pretty soon it'll be seamless, I'm sure. Okay. So
I have a warning on here. It says system capacity remaining operational capacity significantly impaired.
That's right. That is because you have one whole system point that you haven't spent yet, because when you level up, you get usually one system point, I think, a level.
Okay.
So now we can look at some of your new options.
I think it's based on your grit, the extra system point.
Oh, and your grid. Okay. So you can click on that empty system slot.
Where's that at?
Okay. Scroll all the way down.
Okay.
So there should be
a
big box that says systems, and then click to add.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's only giving us the GMS options here, probably because you don't have enough points. So close out of the select equipment window.
Okay.
And let's get rid of reactive weave. So there should be a little trash can over by reactive weave.
All right.
Let's close that. Okay. Now let's click on the empty system slot again.
Yep.
Okay. So that'll give us some options here. Man, are the
3 for blink charges.
Whew.
So
I mean, they are good. They are
where
really
the blink
good.
charges at?
They're too expensive. We need to make more room.
Ugh.
So I would say we have to eat the personalizations too.
Oh man, that's taking me down by 2 HP.
Yeah, which kind of takes you down by 6 HP, really, if you think about it.
Okay.
But you did level up, so you do get a little bit more hit point just from leveling.
Yeah. All right, I added the blink mines in.
Okay. Now, right, like you're aware that this is like an expenditure that you're doing.
Yeah.
You're sacrificing some stuff for it. When you're out in a fight, you got to be like, where can I use these blink charges, right?
I'm using them all the time.
Yeah. You get what does it say? So you get 4 of them, but because you have Grease Monkey, you can sometimes replenish some in between fights.
Yeah.
Are
these the same thing where I can pick them up if they don't get expended?
If you have that, because that's part of a talent, right? That's part of your demolitionist talent, I want to say.
Yeah, it's one of those, yeah.
At the end of each scene, you restore 1 charge for each limited system with a mine tag. So if you ever lay down a mine, you can recover it later.
Okay, so that does include a blink mine then. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The blink mines are really cool, especially if you're worried about some enemies coming up on us like we had in the last fight.
Mm-hmm.
They are incredibly effective for that.
Yeah, blink
so
mines.
Check it out. It says the character that triggered it must pass an engineering save or be teleported to a free valid space of your choice within range 5 of the mine and become jammed until the end of your next turn. If they pass, they are still teleported, but do not become jammed.
So yeah, if somebody's coming up in melee on you, you're just like, sorry, bud, you're not in melee. I mean, I didn't jam you. If they save, they don't get jammed, but they're still gone.
Yeah.
And jam's pretty significant if it does fail.
Yeah.
Jam is very powerful. It sucks to get jammed. So
Yes.
jamming, something that reliably allows you to jam enemies is pretty good, especially since you have friends that are good at forcing enemies, to walk into mines.
Do these does this take a full action to do? Because I noticed that the warp
It's a quick
grenade says a
action.
quick action. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's a quick action for all of your mines,
Okay.
unless it says otherwise. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it's
there it is. It says
simple.
deploy. Okay, it says deploy blink mine. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Okay, I think that's it for Chameleon.
Yay. And I got a cool level
Yay.
team.
Yeah. Also, yeah, the chair gets installed. Like, you know what? This chair is actually like a little bit better than your cot.
Nice. I might just sleep in here.
Yeah, you might just I want to just sleep in here.
Yeah, just stay
Did I
jacked in all the time.
I'm sure there wouldn't be any problems if that
No,
were to happen.
never a problem like that. Not with you as a GM.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants to go
All right, I'm
next?
done.
Tucson can go next.
Let me load up the most dubious of plans. I think Tucson's been the most revised mech in the game.
Yep.
Okay. So let me. Now you have some changes that you want to make.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to the skills.
Okay.
First of all, skill triggers. I was looking at either doing apply fist to faces or assault.
Okay.
Basically, the train scene showed me that this group isn't quite ready for that scenario, and so I want to pick one of the two up. I just can't decide which one I want to take.
Does somebody else have assault?
No, somebody else has take someone out.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
right.
have to take someone out.
Yep.
I think it makes sense for Tucson to have apply fist to faces.
I do too. I think it fits his character.
Yeah.
And it's a way to take somebody down without being lethal, whatever.
It seems like it's a skill that you can use in like low stakes fights as well, where like assault you really can't.
Yeah, and take someone out. You also can't do that in a low stakes fight.
Yeah. So yeah, if you get into a bar fight, apply fist to faces is perfectly functional. So yeah, that good?
Yep. And then for talents, I am going to be dropping Hunter 1 because I am going to be somewhat upgrading it to take the first 2 ranks of Skirmisher.
Okay. Skirmisher 1 and 2. So that gives you integrated chaff launchers, which give you soft cover at the beginning of your turn until you basically do something.
Yep.
And then Lockbreaker, which we've seen Impact use to great effect, which allows you to move 2 spaces when you skirmish before or after, and it doesn't provoke reactions.
Yeah.
So that's pretty strong.
It won't apply when I'm doing a barrage action, but I've had to spend a lot of actions like running around the battlefield anyway, so I think it'll work.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, over to skills.
I need to take, or my plan is to take 2 more points of hull and 2 more points of engineering. I just don't have a specific order I need to take them, but after that last fight, I did take a huge amount of impact out. I think I'm going to be serving as the front line quite a bit, so I feel like another point of hull is hull first and then engineering later.
Yeah, that seems right. You are not like relying a lot on like an overcharge either, so
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Hall makes the most sense.
And then lastly for my license, I'm actually switching over to the Nelson.
Okay. You're switching from
Blackbeard. I was on Blackbeard already, took the first 2 ranks, and so now I'm doing Nelson.
Oh, you're taking the third, the first rank of Nelson.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I actually like both of the systems that Nelson gets at rank 1.
Yeah. There are some like excellent dips, right? A dip is when you dip 1 point into a license, and it's hard to find a better dip than the Nelson. Like Bulwark mods and Warpike are just like really excellent things that pretty much anybody can use. Okay, this does qualify you for an IPSN core bonus if you wanted.
There's one I would really like, but I might be delaying it to license level 6.
Okay.
I like the
makes
Gaiju's frame a lot, the +1 threat with all melee weapons. But right now, I just want to go take the overpower caliber, just some nice basic extra damage.
Okay.
And it works better with melee attacks since it's not an area attack.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take that and continue. Update pilot record, and then let's get into the Mac.
I'm going to be making a new one.
I'm going to make a brand new one. Okay, let me make a brand new one with you so I can follow you along. You Blackbeard, I'm guessing?
Yep. Some of the things are staying the same, but enough of it is changing that I just decided to make a new.
Okay.
So to begin with, my heavy mount's going to stay with the nanocarbon sword. Kind of been disappointed in its damage compared to the heavy melee weapon, but the extra threat is nice.
Yeah.
And reliable for when I miss.
Yeah. Okay.
And then for the
you want to
first...
put the core bonus on that?
Yes, it's getting the OP caliber.
Okay.
Yes, it is now an even bigger giant sword.
It's because like the nanocarbon sword, the one that like can change its like density.
Yeah, it's the flavor text and it describes it like adjusting to the target every time it strikes it.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like there's anything in the weapon that like mechanics that match that, but
no. Yeah, it's just flavor, but here the overpower caliber can just be like removing some limiters. I'm like, well, like this is actually not supposed to get this dense, but you can handle it.
Yep.
Or something like that. It's up to you, obviously.
For my main mount, I am going to pick up that new Warpike.
Okay. Warpike from the Nelson.
Yep. It has Throne 5, which conveniently matches the range of which is pretty useful now with Duelist 3 that I have, so
sure,
pull off a nice little trick if that ever comes up.
Nice.
And then with my flex mount, I no longer need the little knives, so I'm going to switch it over to a nice GMS charged blade.
Okay.
Because it's got AP.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're not hitting the same thing that bandwidth is telling you to hit, AP is kind of necessary. And that stands for armor piercing.
Yes.
Okay, over to systems.
Yep. And I will pick up both of the ones that I have access to for my licenses at synthetic muscle netting and bore rods.
Okay.
And then I have enjoyed the rapid burst jump jet, so basically I can now ignore difficult terrain with any of my movement.
Yeah. You don't need the jump jets anymore.
Well, the
bulwark mods.
The rapid burst, let's see, home. Okay, never mind. I guess I don't need that one. It does.
They do slightly different things.
Yes.
But it's pretty redundant to take both of them. You could stick with the jump jets. I mean, you still got the Warpike, right? So it wouldn't be like a dead level.
Yeah. And I don't have a whole lot else that I want. I mean, I could pick up something like turret drones or something, but...
Well, let's put a pin on that for now. What else are you taking?
Personalization.
Okay.
And then, yeah, after that, I could do armament redundancy, which is what I've been using previous to this.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's basically the jump jets or something like turret drones. Have
you thought about getting back into a Type 3 projected shield? Have you heard the good news about the Type 3 projected shield? It's good for when there's a Rainmaker way over there trying to hit you with a rocket that you can't hit with a sword.
That is a good point. And I guess it's only, what heat is it? Is it 2 heat? 1 heat. I guess that's not terrible.
Yeah, any turn where you're like worried about your heat, you can just not use it.
I guess that's not a bad idea. I'll give it a shot.
Okay. So we got synthetic muscle netting, full work mods, personalizations, armament redundancy, and type 3 projected shield.
That's what we got.
Okay. I think that's it for Tucson then. Is there anything else?
Doesn't look like it. That's all my system points and weapons. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Let me get back to my screens here. Who is next?
Sure.
Okay. Dr. Bees.
Bees, level up. Is there anything we would recommend at this point?
For skills? Like for pilot skills?
Yep.
I mean, patch came in handy. I feel like you guys are, and you know, it's not a bad thing because I absolutely let you do this, but you guys rely a lot on like invent or create and hack or fix because they're kind of like general sci-fi ways of like getting stuff to work. So putting another point into one of those wouldn't be crazy. You did successfully blow something up last time.
I did.
If you are concerned about having more similar covert missions, maybe act unseen or unheard would be good. And lastly, it's kind of surprising that Dr. Bees doesn't have a point in show off. It seems like the sort of thing that he would have.
I don't even have that on the future Dr. Bees build. That seems very
Much an oversight.
Yeah, you're right. Dr. Bees is a show off. Let's go ahead and change the future once more.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Talents. So far you have Drone Commander 1, Engineer 1, Grease Monkey 1, Spaceborne 1, Empath 1.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And I know these are different from the original because... Oh no, those are the 5 things I have on them.
Yeah.
Drone Commander lets me... When I consume lock-on, but I'm not consuming lock-on ever.
Yeah.
I do on occasion, but like... the lock-ons that Bandwidth's throwing out are being used by the people actively doing damage and not me who occasionally fires one big gun.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than the fact that like Invigorate is like a fun action, like you might not need Drone Commander as high as we have you projected. Like,
Yeah.
could potentially take stuff that helps your movement or helps you like recover other stuff. So let's just set Drone Commander aside for now and maybe look at Empath 2
Empath 2 is
or
nifty.
Engineer 2.
Engineer 2, tweak the essential components of your prototype weapon in order to increase its effectiveness. When you form a full repair, choose 2 things. There's a good chunk. So this is only out in the field. I don't start with these 2 things.
You start with 2 things. Which one is telling you?
Well, it's when you perform a full repair.
Yeah. So before you go out on the field, you would choose 2 of these.
Okay, and then
But because so it's either tweaked optics, tweaked computer, or stripped reactor shielding. So you would pick 2 out of those 3.
Yeah. What am I running around on with my prototype weapon currently? Was the Stinger?
Usually it's been a melee weapon so far, which really puts you So the stripped reactor shielding is good. You can take 2 heat to basically do a burst 1, so hit everything around you if you ever get surrounded. And then obviously, the tweaked optics makes it accurate, and the tweaked computer makes it smart. Smart is not as good on melee weapons a lot of the time as it is on ranged weapons, but it can do something.
Yeah.
But you get to pick, right?
Yeah.
The other option is Empath 2, which gives you honestly a huge support bonus to, especially because people keep blowing up.
Yeah. Once per scene when Chameleon inevitably overheats himself,
Hey.
he gets to roll twice.
Yep.
That is handy.
Or when Tucson gets bonked too hard.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you did get bonked too hard.
I do think that's actually really helpful.
Yeah.
And playing support is kind of what I'm here for.
Sure.
So,
And between now and the next level up, we'll look at Drone Commander again, because I think with Drone Commander 1 and potentially getting into the Hydra, which we're going to look into, your ability to basically move drones around is going to be pretty much covered. So we can get into that later. So you're good with Empath 2?
I'm good with Empath 2.
Okay, let's continue. All right. Mech skills. Right now you're at Hull 2 System Stew. I would recommend that you put 2 points into engineering. Like right now your heat cap is relatively low, isn't it?
It's kind of abysmal, honestly, especially with the fact that I was using a weapon that gave me heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I may not be here, depending on which of the licenses I grab.
Sure.
But
okay. Let's put a point
also,
into engineering then.
Yeah. Engineering is the one that I've been wanting anyways because it makes my limited systems less limited.
That's right.
And I like that.
Okay. Let's continue.
All right.
And let's look at licenses. So, when we were putting together the future character, we were looking at Valor 3, Gorgon 1, Hydra 2.
I think I want Hydra 1 at this one because it's the one that gives me Puppet Master.
Yeah, Puppet Master is definitely a must for the build, so the earlier the better.
Yeah, because that also gives me... Both of those are not limited, right?
Ghoul Nexus is not limited, and Puppet Master is not limited now.
Yeah, okay. So I get both the abilities on Puppet Master. Ghoul Nexus is cool, but I don't know if that's what I'm grabbing.
Yeah. Actually, do you have a... Yeah, you have a main. Yeah, obviously you have a main because you've been using a super heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Hydra is the correct call here. Just because Puppet Master lets me do silly things right away.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and lock that in. That does put you within striking distance of a Horus core bonus, all of which are pretty weird.
Yeah.
I think we were looking at the lesson of the open door. So your save target is increased by 2. Additionally, once per round, when a character fails to save against you, they take 2 heat.
Dang.
That one's pretty strong if you're forcing a lot of saves. The other thing that we were looking at is the GMS universal compatibility. So universal compatibility, when you spend your core, when you activate your core bonus or your core power, you restore all your HP, cool all heat, and roll a d20. And on a 20, you regain the ability to use your core again. Because Dr. Bees can use his core every fight, that means that you get to do this once per fight, and possibly more than once per fight. But it's a 1 in 20 chance to do it more than once per fight.
Yeah, but just healing back to full and cooling all the way down once per fight for free seems real good. That does mean I'm using my core bonus much later.
Yeah, it does push you to use it later in the fight. That is a good point.
And which one's the core bonus on the?
That's the one that does
Patron.
damage around all of your drones.
The Enraged Swarm.
Yeah.
So it's not deploying because the Razor Swarm is also part of the core system.
It is, but that's not the part that it is. It's the one that says active. So it's Enraged Swarm is the one. This is an ongoing bit of confusion for Lancer, and it's mostly like a flavor thing. Like there will often be multiple things tied to your core bonus because they thematically fit together. But yeah, it just cares about the active swarm or the active power.
That makes way more sense then, or makes that way more useful.
Yeah, I wonder too if Lesson of the Open Door, if we were looking at that more when we thought maybe you'd be zapping people with your drones with like additional drone commander levels. So that could be something that we look at as well as I don't know how many saves you're triggering with your drones nowadays.
Not a ton, I think.
Okay. Let me look at because we're also looking at the Sentinel drone. No, that just does auto damage. So it's a good core bonus, but we maybe want to look at other forest core bonuses later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can rethink those because it really doesn't seem, if we're thinking of doing something besides Drone Commander 2 and 3. Actually, I don't even know if those trigger saves. I'm not sure what we were thinking for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. It doesn't look like any of the stuff. All the stuff that's easy to spot right now is
we probably picked that in like an earlier iteration of the character, then moved away from that and forgot. I didn't change it. So I think universal compatibility now, and then we can look at that stuff later.
Yeah. I'll do a quick read of some of the other ones.
Sure.
Tech attack? Nope. Okay. Because the other one that I do like so far is Lesson of the Held Image, which just gives us an extra little lock on every turn.
Lesson of the Held Image is a great core bonus. It does eat up a reaction on an ally's turn, right? So that's a turn where you're not going to be able to use your psychic powers on them.
Or turret drones.
But I'll say what?
I said or turret drones.
Or trigger the turret drones. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it competes with that.
A lot of reactions during everybody else's turn.
Yeah. So you do have a lot of those. The other possible horrors one is I think transubstantiation, which basically allows you to Final Fantasy jump for a turn. Or Pokemon fly for a turn.
non-space.
Yeah. And then come back later.
Go all Randus on this.
Yeah, it's a good defensive one, but I don't know that you can trigger your stuff if you're not on the battlefield. Like, I don't know if you can trigger your drones if you're not on the battlefield. So we may have built ourselves out of most Horus core bonuses. Held Image is still really good because there are going to be turns where like nothing's happening and like the enemies haven't reached you yet, or you haven't reached the enemies yet, and you might be like, okay, well, on Alex's turn, while he like closes in on something, let me put a lock on something.
Disbelief is also not bad. Just one accuracy on systems checks and saves and more defense.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's also really good. Yeah,
I'm always a fan of already flat stats.
That's true, and then you don't really have to worry about it. And sometimes, like, everybody has the option to invade. So, like, sometimes it actually makes sense to pack somebody else just to give them the 2 heat or give them that, like, slight penalty that you can give someone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not crazy to have that because you've taken so many points in systems, like, you're already, like, really good at that and really difficult to hack. So this basically makes you unassailable.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got a bunch of options. I do think the generic one is way better right now.
Yeah.
Just healing real good.
Yeah.
I do have a question of the lesson of shaping, installing an additional AI. We have AIs by default, or is that?
There is a GMS AI that's like beep boop beep, and all it does is it can pilot your mech if you're not in it, or you can give it the ability to pilot your mech. It doesn't do much.
Okay.
This is if you were, for example, going all the way down, say a swallowtail, and all the way down, say a goblin, and you wanted to have both Athena and what's the goblin one? It's like Ra. No, it's not Ra.
Horus.
Horus.
Osiris.
Osiris. That's it. Oh man, he's gonna be so mad at me. But yeah, so if you wanted to have like 2 NHPs in your mech at once, that would be the way to do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can only have 1 AI. But if you're not going down an NHP heavy route, that's not a core bonus that you want to think about.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was figuring, but wanted a little more clarification on that front. So GMS, universal compatibility.
Okay.
Because achievement unlocked from
Yeah.
Critical.
Yeah, you guys can definitely go check your achievements on ComCon, which is something that happens now, which is, it's cute. Okay, let's go look at your mech.
Okay. Update pilot record or?
Yep. Go ahead and click OK or update on that.
Okay. Mech hanger.
Okay.
The Queen Bee.
Yep. So you have 1 more system point to spend, but of course you can change that up. And if you want to change out the Hurricane cluster projector, you can do that as well.
Yeah. Probably want to change that up. I definitely need to undo or fix a point. Because what was the new thing?
Oh,
I just did
Master.
Hydra, right? Yeah, Puppet Master is 2 system points.
Yeah.
And that'd be kind of silly to...
Well, you are packing 2 hive drones right now. So you could potentially just have 1 hive drone and free up some points.
Fair. If I'm adjusting out the super heavy as well, I could also get rid of armament redundancy because it's less.
That's
important.
True. I mean, you could just get rid of armament redundancy and just risk it, because most of the time, like I feel like there are these things that sometimes get called ablative systems. Like sometimes you can take a system that you don't need if you have the points just to blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
And so like for Dr. B's, like his big giant weapon is kind of an ablative system because he doesn't need it.
Not something I'm dealing with most of the time.
Yeah, so if you just get rid of armament redundancy, then you can keep both hive drones and then load on Puppet Master.
We're going to do that. Hydra, Puppet Master, select. I am going to take a quick look at the Ghoul Nexus.
Okay.
Because that does seem like a good weapon, actually.
It's pretty decent because it's a Nexus, and you can decide every turn if you want it to do explosive damage or whatever. So if enemies have like a resistance to a damage, you can change the damage type.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And like my min damage is 3.
Yep.
On it because the +2 is nice.
Yeah.
D3 only is not great, but
it's smart, which kind of really smart. Kind of just makes it like just flips the enemies that it's good against, because there are some enemies that are easier to hit normally, and there are enemies that are easier to hit on their E defense. So it's just kind of like reverses what they all are.
Yeah. That does give me back a slot, and I can change up the prototype weapon to be ranged again. especially since we grabbed engineer 2, right? No, we grabbed the other one.
Yeah, we grab empath too.
Well, that's something for the future at least. Is there any other good?
If you want to keep your super heavy with a thing, with like that mount locked, you could take one of the GMS ones that give you an additional mount, one of the GMS core bonuses instead of
instead of universal
compatibility.
Oh.
But I feel like you don't shoot enough for
Yeah.
that to happen. Definitely not right now. Maybe once the character gets like a little bigger, you'll be able to like parse your turn differently.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Are you going back to like a super heavy, or are you gonna just rock a heavy and a hive drone?
I'm gonna rock a heavy and a Ghoul Nexus.
A Ghoul Nexus, that's what
The Ghoul Nexus is just way too versatile.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just trying to figure out which one. Oh, that's super heavy. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably want something.
I mean, it's hard to go wrong with a heavy machine gun. It isn't accurate, but it's basically the baseline of how much damage a heavy weapon should deal. And because you're mostly a drone guy, maybe that inaccuracy dissuades you a little bit from taking a shot. Whereas, like sometimes it's like very tempting to use your heavy weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my recommendation. Also, because there are no heavy nexuses, at least not through GMS. There are heavy nexuses. They are all freaking weird, like heavy and super heavy nexuses. There's no heavy nexus that is normal, like just a normal weapon that deals normal damage.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're all
I'll go
like, I blow somebody up through my drones, or it makes a guy. Like when I fire this, when I fire this weapon, it makes a guy. 1 second.
There's the Annihilation Nexus, which is the super heavy that I shoot now, and then next turn as a protocol, I shoot it again. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but
you get to shoot twice.
Yep.
Well, doesn't it have an additional clause about where it shoots?
Yes, the secondary attack can target yourself or like burst on yourself or your drones.
Yeah. So, yeah, there are no normal heavy nexuses. They're all weird.
It looks like heavy machine guns is kind of generically the best thing for heavy for the moment, because everything else is either stepping on Chameleon's toes, which I don't want to do.
Sure.
Or do extra stuff that is not, which was the part of the purpose of getting rid of the super heavy.
Right.
So yeah. Yep, we'll just have a heavy machine gun on there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that got rid of that. Got those.
All right. So for your systems, I have you down with Spaceborne Ava, EVA personalizations, 2 hive drones,
1 hive drone, 2 hive drone. Yep.
turret drones, and puppet master.
Yep.
Okay. It sounds like we're on the same page. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Next up.
How do I hit save?
There's no save. You just navigate away from it. Like go back to like pilot management or like anything else, and it'll auto save.
Okay.
But for some reason, I saved bandwidth in like a different play than everybody else, and I always tell myself I should straighten this out before the next game.
I tell myself many things like that.
Yeah, constantly. Okay, level up to 4.
Alrighty.
Yeah, what do you think as far as skills? So right now you have
Survive. Stay cool.
Hacker Fix, Inventor Create, Navigate Bureaucracy, Read a Situation, Show Off. No, that's wrong. Is that right?
I don't have any hacker fix yet, but I was actually kind of planning on taking that since Rob did not.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's where I was planning on going there.
Okay, so which ones do you have so far?
What I got is going back to the top: survive, stay cool, hack or fix, invent or create, 2 pumps and read a situation, and 2 in a engage bureaucracy.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's move on.
Alrighty.
Talent. Right now I have you having Spotter 3.
Yep.
House Guard 1, Field Analyst 1, Leader 1.
Yes. I'm thinking of taking the second rank and leader. I was kind of thinking about starting into Centimane. Again,
Mhm.
since Dr. Bees didn't go that way. But no, I think leader is a good way to go.
I think so too. Besides, I think you are
Pulling away for the Nexuses.
yeah, I think the oracles are kind of calling your name.
yeah, those I do like those, but I was kind
We'll
of
see once.
thinking about maybe dumping them because those system points. But
Yeah, they are expensive. All right.
Yeah.
So leader 2 basically allows you to add that die, but you get to do it as a reaction at the start of other players' turns, which is nice. Okay. Let's look at mech skills. I have you down at hull 2, systems 3. So I'm guessing you're going to want your 4th point of systems.
Correct.
Okay. Let us continue. Okay. What are you thinking as far as licenses? You have 2 points in Swallowtail, 1 point in Goblin.
Yes. I mean, is the Athena here yet?
We can get it here if you want to take it.
Well, I was kind of thinking if not.
Okay, that's fine too.
Yeah. I was really kind of debating between ISPN Kid and Emperor.
Both of those are very good.
Yeah, pretty much any 3 of those routes, though, I'm kind of just going for one thing. I'm thinking, though, I do like the black spot targeting laser.
Okay.
And largely, I feel like that can help some people. Namely, I think Dr. Bees would benefit from that pretty good.
Dr. Bees a lot of the time isn't attacking very much.
Yeah.
So you're unfortunately your team is down to a guy who doesn't attack very much, a melee guy, and what's the lance? Is it a cannon? So it's not gonna fit in with the black spot very much.
Okay, fair enough. Well, and I don't know, maybe I'll just go ahead and take my 3rd Swallowtail. The Emperor I'm largely was kind of thinking about for like that small dip and overshield with the.
I think Emperor 1 is good. Like I think Dominion's Breath is like it's a really good thing. You have to keep track of it.
Yeah.
So like you have to know that when you put a little hat on someone that you have to like remind them to
that hat gets knocked off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Emperor, I guess.
Okay.
I might have to decide. Well, I guess if I take the 3rd in a Swallowtail, that'll be pretty much the next level. But beyond that, then I'll might be forging my own path to figure out where to go from there.
Yeah, we'll have to like later, like the 2nd level of Kid is very good. So it might be a thing where like you just have to like eat a level to get to it.
Okay.
But there's lots of places to go. Like we can definitely talk about it. All right. Let's take Emperor 1 and continue.
All right.
All right. You already had your core bonus.
Yes.
So let's update pilot record and then let's go look at your mech.
I can probably just modify this one.
Yeah. So Dominion's Breath is going to be a little expensive, even though you're coming in with like what, 2 extra points?
I think I'm just coming in with the 1.
Yeah, because your grid didn't. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. So I might have to at least one of these oracles dump down to a Nexus.
I think, I mean, if you want to keep the oracles for one more go, you can probably dump the smoke charges. Like, they're very helpful
Okay. Yeah, I
in
didn't use those
certain
too much.
situations, but it's getting to the point where like everybody is more survivable, so it's like less necessary for you to like throw a smoke grenade to keep somebody from dying.
Yeah.
So if you get rid of that, you could get your Dominion's Breath, and still have a point left over for like personalizations and make yourself more survivable.
I mean, that's I would not stub my nose at that. That's seems like a good loadout to me.
Yeah. Okay, so I have you with Rapid Burst Jump Jet System, personalizations, Horus System Upgrade 1, and Dominion's Breath.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. That is the last player character, right? You get everybody?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. All right. You guys spend several hours installing new systems and taking stuff out and taking a quick nap in your cool new chair.
Yeah.
And then it's time to start loading up your mechs, and we'll pick up from there next time.
Critical Hit is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC, and is produced and edited by me, Stephen Schleicher. If you have thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, drop us an email at podcast@majorspoilers.com. If you want to discuss Critical Hit with other Critical Hit fans, be sure to join the Major Spoilers Discord. You can join it for free. There's a link in the show notes. Get into that Critical Hit channel. Talk to your heart's content. If you're looking for character sheets, we've got those too. Point your browser to patreon.com/Major Spoilers.
This podcast is copyright 2026 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.